If you're past 65, what I'm about to share could quietly change how you sleep this week. Imagine it's the middle of the night. You're worn out from the day, but your mind is busy and every small movement in bed feels stiff or sore. You glance at the clock, it's around 2 in the morning, and you start wondering, how am I supposed to function tomorrow if I'm still awake now? Most advice you've heard blames your age or throws another pill at the problem, but almost nobody talks about the one system in your body that decides whether you actually drift off or stay wired. In this video, I'll show you 3 gentle bedtime stretches, based on the work of Japan's oldest practicing doctor and refined in my own clinic, that help your nervous system feel safe enough to let go. We'll talk about why many seniors still can't sleep even when they're exhausted, how simple movements before bed can calm the alarm in your brain, and what to do differently tonight so you're not staring at the ceiling again. If you stay with me to the end, you'll walk away with a short routine. I give my own patients in their 70s and 80s who want to sleep more deeply without adding another prescription bottle to the nightstand. I'm Dr. Eli Morgan, a physician who has spent over 30 years caring for adults over 60, and everything you hear today is for education only. Please always check with your own doctor before changing your medications or exercise routine. The hidden movement habit in the best sleepers. When researchers watched older adults sleep, they saw something surprising. The worst sleepers weren't the most tired, but the most tense. Even hours after lights out, their muscles and breathing stayed in daytime mode, as if the body never got the signal to relax. Again and again, the best sleepers weren't using another pill or gadget, but a short, gentle movement routine before bed. Those simple motions told the nervous system, the day is over, you are safe, it's time to soften. One of the first to turn this into a clear system was a Japanese doctor who has practiced for more than 70 years. In his clinics, he led thousands of older adults through a few easy stretches beside the bed and then lying down. When I studied his approach, I adapted it for my patients here in the States, and today I'll show you 3 pieces of that routine chosen for people over 65 who want to fall asleep more easily and wake up less tense. Life after 65. Simple routine and why sleep really matters. If you're new here, this is Life After 65, where we focus on simple ways to stay strong, steady, and independent after 60. The routine I'm about to share doesn't need equipment or special clothes. If you can sit on the edge of your bed and lie down, you can do it. Many people think fixing sleep means hard exercise, machines, or long rules, but your body often responds better to small, kind signals. These stretches are exactly that. Quiet messages that tell your brain, you've done enough today, it's safe to let go for a while. Good sleep after 60 is not only about feeling rested, it protects your memory, your mood, and how steady you feel when you first stand up. So as we walk through these 3 stretches, think of them as a nightly investment in tomorrow's balance, patience, and clear thinking. Stay with me to the end, because I'll show you how to tuck this whole routine into your bedtime in about 10 minutes, even on nights when you already feel worn out. Your sleep switch is stiff, not broken. Many of my patients don't have mysterious insomnia. Their bodies are simply stuck in on mode. Years of stress and pain train the brain to stay on guard, even when you finally lie down. A switch that is stiff is different from one that is broken, and that difference should give you hope. Slow breathing plus a few gentle stretches in the same order each night tell the body, the day is over, you are safe. In a moment, I'll walk you through 3 moves I use in my own practice. 1 breathing pattern, a seated stretch beside the bed, and 2 easy positions you can do lying down. You don't need to be flexible or strong. You only need to move slowly so your nervous system can notice the change. First, let me tell you about one man in his late 70s who was sure nothing would ever help his nights until he tried this calmer approach. Mr. Howard's story and the big question about sleep after 65. One of my patients, Mr. Howard, was 78 when he came to see me, with a notebook full of sleepless nights. Most entries said the same thing. Fell asleep fine, woke around 1, up and down until morning, exhausted the next day. He had tried pills, teas, television, and family tricks. Each helped briefly, then failed. We added a short breathing and stretching routine like the one I'll share with you. Just before bed, and after a few weeks, his notes began to say, slept 5 hours straight. Stories like his lead to a question I hear from many people after 65. Why does sleep become so fragile, even when you feel worn out? What is changing in the brain and body that makes it so hard to move from doing to resting? And why do the usual tips often fail older adults? Why your brain stays on after 65? So what actually changes with age that makes sleep feel so fragile? Inside your body, you have an automatic system with two sides. One keeps you alert and ready to react. The other helps you rest, digest, and heal. Decades of pain, worry, late night news, phones, and rushing from task to task can train the alert side to stay in charge, even when your head hits the pillow. Your muscles might look still, but your heart rate, breathing, and stress hormones are acting as if you're still driving on an icy road. That doesn't mean your brain is broken. It means it has practiced being on guard more than it has practiced letting go. The good news is that nerves and muscles can learn again at any age, especially when we combine calm breathing, gentle motion, and predictable routine. Think of tonight's stretches as lessons for your nervous system that say, nothing dangerous is happening, you can stand down now. We'll start with the simplest tool you already carry everywhere, your breath. Box breathing, the first signal to stand down. Before we move a single joint, we'll teach your body a calmer rhythm with a pattern called box breathing. It's used by therapists, some first responders, and many of my own patients because it gives the brain a clear, steady signal that the danger has passed. Here's the idea. You breathe in through your nose for a slow count. Gently hold, breathe out for the same count, then rest for that count before the next breath. 4 equal sides, like tracing a square. When you do this, your heart rate starts to settle. Stress hormones ease off, and the part of your brain that scans for threats finally gets a pause button. The numbers you count to are less important than staying comfortable. If 4 feels too long, you can start with 3 or even 2 and build up over time. What matters most is that your breathing becomes slower, deeper, and more even than it is during the day. In a moment, I'll guide you through a few rounds you can do, sitting at the edge of your bed so you can feel for yourself how quickly your body notices the change. Guided box breathing practice. You can feel tonight. Go ahead and sit at the edge of your bed or in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor. Place one hand over your belly and one over your chest, and notice which hand moves more when you breathe. For this exercise, we want the belly hand to rise first. That tells a major calming nerve along your spine that things are safe. Breathe in through your nose for a slow count of 3. Feel your belly expand. Gently hold for 3. Breathe out for 3. Then rest for 3 before the next breath. If 3 feels easy, you can try 4 later. But tonight, just focus on smooth, quiet breaths instead of big, dramatic ones. Let your shoulders stay heavy, jaw loose, and eyes soft. If you like, you can even keep the room dim or closed. Do 4 to 6 rounds with me now, and if you notice even a small softening in your chest or shoulders, remember that feeling. That's the state we want to pair with your new stretching routine each night. Shoulder rolls. Releasing the day from your upper back. Once your breathing is steadier, we'll invite the upper body to unclench. Most of us carry the day's worries in our neck and shoulders, especially after years of driving, computer use, or caring for family. Sit tall but relaxed. Let your arms hang by your sides, and as you breathe in, gently roll your shoulders up, back, and down in a slow circle. On the next breath, repeat the circle, matching the speed of your movement to the rhythm of your breathing as if you're turning down a volume knob on tension. Do 6 to 8 circles going backward. Then if it feels okay, switch directions and make the same slow circles forward. If you have arthritis or past shoulder injury, make the motion smaller and pain-free. The message to your body is soften, not push. Many of my patients tell me that after a week of this, they notice less tightness not only at bedtime, but also when they first get out of bed in the morning. Self-hug stretch, calming the chest and the mind. Now we'll move from your shoulders into the center of your chest, where worry often sits. Still seated, cross your arms over your chest as if you're giving yourself a gentle hug, and let your hands rest on your upper arms. As you breathe in slowly, let your upper back round just a little, and on the breath out, imagine your shoulder blades spreading apart, creating space between them. Hold that hug for 2 or 3 calm breaths, then slowly release, switch which arm is on top, and repeat. This simple shape does 2 things at once. It stretches the muscles between your shoulder blades and also tells your nervous system, someone is here, you are not alone. If you close your eyes, you might even picture holding a grandchild or being held by someone you trust. That image alone can help your heart rate drift down. If your shoulders or wrists are sensitive, slide your hands a bit lower or keep the hug smaller. Comfort is more important than how far you move. After 2 or 3 rounds on each side, uncross your arms, let them rest on your lap, and notice if your chest feels a little more open and you're breathing a bit quieter than when you started. Lying down, head turns, and gentle knee sways. Now let's move into bed so your body understands that the workday is over. Lie on your back if you can, with your knees bent and feet flat, and slide a small pillow under your head or under your knees if your lower back is fussy. Rest your arms a little away from your sides with your palms facing up. A small signal of no more gripping, no more carrying. On a slow breath in, gently turn your head to one side. Pause, then bring it back through the middle and turn to the other side, as if you're slowly saying no to the day's worries. If you feel dizzy or uncomfortable at any point, keep the movement smaller or stop and hold your head in the middle. This should feel soothing, not challenging. When your neck feels a bit looser, keep your feet planted and begin to let your knees drift together to one side and then the other, like windshield wipers moving through a small arc. Let your breath be the metronome. Breathe in as the knees come to center. Breathe out as they fall gently to the side, imagining your spine getting a tiny massage from the mattress. After a minute or 2, many people notice that their lower back and hips feel less locked, and the whole body feels more like it's floating than bracing. Hamstring release, easing the pull on your back. If you spend a lot of time in a chair, your back is not the only thing that complains. The muscles behind your thighs quietly tighten and start tugging on your lower spine. That's why some people feel fine standing or walking, but the moment they lie flat, their back or hips start to grumble. To soften that pull, lie on your back with one knee bent and one leg gently reaching toward the ceiling, holding behind your thigh or calf, not your foot. Keep a small bend in the knee, breathe slowly, and aim for a feeling of length and ease, not strain or shaking. If your leg doesn't go very high, that's fine. Slide a belt, towel, or scarf around your thigh and hold the ends instead of grabbing the leg itself. Stay for 3 to 5 calm breaths, then slowly lower and switch sides, noticing if one leg feels tighter or shorter than the other. If you already see a physical therapist, you can ask them to show you a safe hamstring stretch for your own joints. Then plug that version into this same bedtime slot. Once both legs have had a turn, rest with both feet back on the bed and feel whether your lower back is a little less eager to arch or grip. Hip opening pose and a final full body good night stretch. To finish the routine, we'll give your hips one last signal that the day is truly over. From lying on your back, bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees gently fall outward, like a book slowly opening. If that feels too strong, slide pillows or folded blankets under each thigh so your legs are fully supported and there is no pulling. Let your hands rest on your belly or by your sides and breathe quietly for 30 seconds to 2 minutes, as if every exhale is melting tension down into the mattress. This relaxed, supported position not only loosens the muscles around your hips, but also tells the deep rest and digest side of your nervous system that there is nothing left to fix tonight. When you're ready, slide your knees back together, stretch your arms overhead, lengthen your legs if that's comfortable, and take one last slow breath in and out. A simple good night from you to your own body. If you're not sleepy yet, you can stay right there and just follow your breathing, knowing you've already done something kind and useful for tomorrow's energy. You are not broken. Tonight you've seen that poor sleep after 65 is often less about age and more about a nervous system that never fully stands down. By pairing calm breathing with 3 gentle stretches, you're giving your body a nightly signal of safety and release. If this helped you, please tap like so more older adults can find it and subscribe for more guidance on staying steady and independent. This video doesn't replace advice from your own doctor, so bring your questions and any new symptoms to them. Sleep well tonight and remember that every calm signal you send your body before bed is a small gift to your tomorrow.